It was pathetic. I mean, the Philadelphia Eagles defense was giving Patrick Mahomes nightmares. I mean absolute nightmares. He was hurried a lot. He was not able to get the ball out quickly. The Chiefs completely abandoned the run this entire game, and by the time they decided they might run the ball, they were already down by 17 points.
Yep.
And there was no Travis Kelce or none of these people. Xavier Worthy was the only bright spot, maybe, and who cares, because some of that stuff was after this game was already out of hand. And I gotta say, just not what you expected coming in. I don't know if you necessarily expected Kansas City to win, but you sure in the hell didn't expect them to fall flat on their face on national television. They had the worst game of their season. They had the worst game of their season in the game where they needed the most, in the Super Bowl. And dude, it was sad, man. It was stupid.
It depends on who you're asking.
Yeah, no, Philly fans. Oh man, if you're a Philadelphia Eagles, this had to be the best win on earth because it was start to finish a complete just ass kicking.
What's the term the kids like to use? Belts to ass. That's literally what this game was all about from the jump.
What do the kids today know about belts to ass?
I mean,
they're just using the term.
They're just using the terms.
All right.
If you've never had a belt to ass, it's not the greatest feeling in the world.
Yes.
Growing up as a kid, if I'm
That's
sure
right.
adults were doing that now, half of them be arrested from our time.
Yeah.
But dude, you want to talk about how bad the Chiefs were today? And you know what? We're not even going to say that the Chiefs were bad. We're going to say Philly was just that good.
Yeah.
From start to finish. They absolutely bottled up everything Kansas City was trying to do. They got to Patrick Mahomes. Here's the stat that I think just needs to be talked about here. They hit Patrick Mahomes 11 times. 11 times Patrick Mahomes was put to the ground or someone put a hand on him.
Yeah.
And he was sacked 6 times. When was the last time you had seen Patrick Mahomes get sacked 6 times in a game, let alone a Super Bowl game? You know what this game reminded me of? Is the game when Tampa Bay beat him in the Super Bowl. I think it was the second time around.
Yeah. What was that?
This is what this game reminded me of.
In that game, yeah, they got stomped out, I believe, as well. I mean, like you said, B, they were overmatched. The front four of the Philadelphia Eagles didn't need any help. Didn't need to blitz. They didn't even need to blitz. They could get to Patrick Mahomes anytime. The lanes were not open for Pat to run. And quite honestly, I thought the Kansas City Chiefs came out and played really fast for no good reason. They were playing so fast that they kept giving Philly back the ball on offense. It seemed like every time down the field, they kept running up to the line of scrimmage only to punt the ball to get scored on. The two turnovers obviously were huge. One of them was a touchdown. Yeah, the other one led to a touchdown. And yeah, man, this was an end-to-end beat down, and you got to give you and I'll give you credit, B. You called it. You said that Jalen Hurts was going to have to throw the ball, and that's what happened. Saquon Barkley, they made the Chiefs. Only thing the Chiefs did right all night was keep Saquon from going crazy. The only problem is they had no answer for Jalen Hurts, who ran for them, who was the leader in rushing and passing for his team in a very a la Lamar Jackson type of performance where, 221 in the air, 72 on the ground, 3 touchdowns, all 2 throwing, one running. Just, I mean, come on, man. Give Jalen his props. Huge game.
He played, and they changed it up. They threw the ball more. They kept it a little balanced with the running here, but that passing game was on point today. The throw to AJ Brown in the first quarter, I didn't like the pass interference call. I thought they were hand fighting the entire time. AJ Brown put his hands on his face, but he didn't grip the face mask. So I thought they could have let that go here. Regardless, it really doesn't even matter. But Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP, and rightfully so. I thought Dijon Mustard. Is it Cooper?
Yeah. It's no, it's not Cooper.
Yeah,
It's
it's Cooper DeJean.
yeah,
Cooper
is it
DeJean.
Cooper DeJean? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
DeJean.
hell of a game. And that read he made on Patrick Mahomes on the crossing route to because he wasn't defending anybody. He
Yeah,
was on the side closest to the sideline. He read that play and absolutely ran interference on it and took it for a pick six.
yeah,
And I think that pick six ruined the Chiefs at that point there because they were smoked after that.
yeah. They were dead in the water pretty early on in the game. They had, you had the first two drives. They didn't do anything, but you could tell that the I don't know, the Chiefs really didn't have an answer for the Eagles front line.
Nope.
They did not have, their running game was not moving. Nothing was going on with it, and it just really seemed like, dude, they I don't know what the heck they talked about over the past. How long do they have to prepare for this game? 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what they talked about over the 2 weeks, but one of them was not pass protection because they didn't have any. And this goes to show that the defense of the Philadelphia Eagles, which has been really the top ranked defense, was they got the job done, man. They really got the job done, and it was interesting to see. It's tough when you're watching a team that's won Super Bowls literally in a state of shock, cannot figure out a way to get anything done, completely lost on how to play the game of football entirely. It did look like they had the worst possible day at work. It was really bad.
You saw a man determined in Jalen Hurts. Never broke his spot. The focus that this man had to bring home a Super Bowl was unparalleled here. That was an amazing performance by Jalen Hurts. It was masterful. He was carefree. He played very careful football, except for the one pass that he threw with pressure in his face to A.J. Brown, which ended up intercept, was nowhere near A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
When you take that out of the equation, that's it. But then Kansas City gave the ball right back to them.
Yeah, nothing happened. Yeah.
Nothing happened.